Hey guys, it's me, Caitland. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. My name is Caitland and I do makeup for, humans, people. I'm here for people who are longtime makeup lovers and people who are brand new to this. So either way, you're in the right place if you want to see something about makeup. And today I'm going to be doing a full face of first impressions for you guys. So if you want to see me try out some makeup that I've never put on my face before and see me go through this massive Christmas haul, keep watching. This year for Christmas, I pulled the same stunt I pull every freaking year, and I asked literally every person in my life to give me a makeup gift card. So I ended up with a few Sephora gift cards, a few Ulta gift cards, and I did a little shopping on my own on the Colourpop website and bought a ton of new makeup in the past couple of weeks. And I have been saving it to try it out for the first time here on camera with you guys, and it has been killing me because I've been wanting to try it all on. So today I'm going to be trying out a bunch of new stuff from all of those places. So let's jump right into it and put some makeup on this face. I'm going to start by priming, and unfortunately I don't have a new primer to try on for you guys. So I'm just going to be going in with a tried and true. This is the Cover FX Blurring Primer, and I'm just going to be putting this in my T-zone where I have a little bit of pore issues occasionally. I'm sorry you guys if I sound like really stuffy and nasally in this video, but I have been suffering for the past week or so. I had a really bad cold that turned into a sinus infection, and I have been in bed. I'm just starting to recover. I even have tea today instead of my usual yerba mate caffeine addiction, so you know the girl is not feeling well. So if I spill any tea today, it's not going to be drama. It's just going to be literally ruining my entire makeup collection. Alright, now that I have that primer on, we're going to jump into foundation, and I am so excited because I am finally trying the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I know, I'm a million years behind the game, everyone. This has been a super popular foundation for a while, but I feel like for some reason in 2018, this blew up. This suddenly became everyone's favorite foundation, and I was like, I need to get my hands on that. So we're gonna try it out. I hope I got the right shade. I got the shade Light Beige. I'm gonna just squirt some of this directly onto a foundation brush. And let's see what she looks like. So far I'm already seeing pretty good coverage on this. It's a little yellowy looking at first, but let me blend her out and get a better idea if this is actually gonna be a decent shade match for me. It's kind of hard to tell for me in the beginning. I am really just pushing this into the skin. I'm not buffing it in with this brush. I'm just moving it around a little bit and pushing it in. And I'm actually thinking I'm about to make a video for you guys all about how I put on my base products, just about the very basics of applying my foundation, my concealer, my powders, and really setting my base down. So if you are interested in seeing that video, comment down below and let me know that you want to see that. But I think that could be helpful for some of you because I know a lot of my friends who follow me are really just starting to get into makeup right now, and they want the building blocks, the basics, and I am so happy to film that because, I mean, you gotta start somewhere. I know I did. Yeah, I definitely think the shade match was pretty good on this, and it has a really natural finish. It's definitely not super dewy, but it's not completely matte. It's pretty skin-like, which is, I think, kind of their claim in this foundation. You're born this way. It's very natural looking, but still gives you coverage. I would say it's medium to full, pretty buildable coverage. But yeah, I'm a fan of this. I'll have to try it out more and play around with it, but I think I'm liking this foundation. Next up, I'm gonna apply my concealer, and I am trying out the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. This guy's been out for a while. I've seen a lot of people rave about it, and over the Christmas break, there was actually like a 40% off sale on Colourpop's website, so I went a little ham. I went in and I bought a lot of stuff. So I'm just gonna apply some of this under my eyes to start, and blend it out with my beauty blender. Yeah, guys, the coverage on this is like killer. I mean, it is full coverage and it's only like $6, so for the price, that's pretty freaking great if you ask me. I'm gonna go ahead, since I haven't done my eyeshadow yet, and bring some of that up onto the eyelid, conceal those veins I got going on up there. I'm really liking the finish of this concealer so far. For the price, I think this is really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight my nose, on my cupid's bow a little bit, and on my chin, and definitely around the corners of my nose, which are extra bright red right now from all of the tissue use. We'll put it that way, that's a nice way. All the tissue use. You can fill in the blanks. Yeah, I think that's a really nice concealer. I'm a big fan of that. I'm excited. Okay. Usually right now I would go ahead and jump right into setting down my concealer, but I'm actually experimenting with a few cream products for my base today. So I'm gonna wait until I have all of those on to put on any powder. I'm gonna go ahead and make the prediction now that 2019 creams are gonna blow up. I feel like makeup is really shifting to less setting, less baking with a lot of powder, and a lot more cream products that give a more dewy finish, and everyone having more of a natural look in 2019. That's just my prediction. We'll see what happens. But just in case I'm right, I picked up a couple of things, and first is this cream bronzer by Nudestix. This is in the shade Bondi Beige, right? Okay. And these are called Nudies All Over Face Color. But I'm gonna use this one as a little bit of bronzer today. So I'm going to just go ahead and swipe this directly onto my face. Hopefully that works in the areas that I would usually lay down my powder bronzer, and then I will go in and blend it out. I'm not sure exactly how much I want to use yet. So I'm gonna try and go pretty light in the beginning. And then, we'll see. We'll see. I look crazy right now. Oh my god, hopefully this blends out. I'm just gonna go in. Do I want to use a brush? I'm gonna start with a brush and then maybe switch to my sponge if I'm not feeling it. Let's see. I haven't set this foundation yet, but I do see it sinking into the lines in my forehead. So I'm gonna tap those out with my blender, and then I'm gonna take my blender and run it over all the places that I bronzed and make sure that's really blended in. I really like that. I feel like it's subtle, but if you layered a powder bronzer on top of it, it would really build up into something that would last a long time during the day and be a little more intense. And if you weren't trying to go for something intense and you were just trying to do like a natural everyday look, that this looks a lot more natural than your powder bronzer sitting on top of your skin. So I don't know, guys, I think I'm feeling it. Next, moving on with my cream theme. I did not know that was gonna rhyme. Next, moving on with my cream theme. I picked up a cream blush by Flower Beauty. Ever since I tried that Light Illusion foundation, I'm obsessed with it, and I'm really interested in getting into more Flower Beauty products. So there's a couple that I'm using today, but this is her Blush Bomb, and this is in the shade Nectar. So I think I'm gonna put some of this on the back of my hand and then try and dab it on. I have used a cream blush before, so I'm a little more familiar with doing that than cream bronzer. But I'm not a huge blush gal, so I'm hoping this will be really natural looking. I just put a tiny little dot on the back of my hand. We'll start small and then we'll maybe build her up. And I'm gonna use this duo fiber synthetic-y brush to try and blend that on really lightly. So I'm just gonna tap it here on the apples. Oh, I really like the tone of this, I can already tell. That's nice. I didn't even need the amount that I put on my hand, and you saw how small that little dollop was. Yeah, I think, once again, on the same trend, I feel like it turns out really natural, like more natural flush than a powder blush. So I think I'm into this whole cream situation. I might add just a little bit more. Who am I? More blush. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about this foundation, guys. The more I'm looking at it, the more I'm putting other things on top of it. I feel like my pores are looking a little huge and my texture is a little emphasized. I don't know, we're gonna have to play around with that a little bit more. I think I finally have on all of my cream products and I'm liking how it's turning out. But I'm gonna go ahead and set down some of the areas of my face with a powder. And this is another Flower Beauty product. This is the Light Illusion Perfecting Powder. And I'm just gonna grab a small brush and focus this in the areas that I usually crease. Like my forehead I said was creasing. And surprisingly, I didn't set my under eyes yet. And they haven't creased very much. I'm gonna tap them out just in case. But they're looking good, which says great things about that concealer. I think so far that's one of my favorite things I've tried. I always have to set my nose like crazy. I just feel like my nose is the first place that my foundation will wear off, and especially right now while I'm ill and blowing it a lot and it's getting rubbed on. I want to get all around the bottom down here. I think I like this powder. It's really inexpensive. I think it's about $10 and it adds a nice finish that does mattify those areas, but it has a little bit of a luminosity to it as well. So it ends up being a pretty natural finish. So far I'm a fan of this powder. I am gonna go ahead and top off that cream bronzer with a little bit of powder bronzer, just my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, because I want just a little bit more of an intense look for today. But like I said, I feel like if I was going for something really natural, that is perfect. And layering these is definitely gonna help them last. Now that I have all of my powders on, I'm gonna go ahead and set my face a little bit with some setting spray just to help it all sink down into the skin a little bit. And it will also intensify the highlight that I'm about to put on. So I'm going to use my new setting spray. This is the Catrice Prime and Fine Dewy Glow setting spray. If you guys saw my empties video, you saw I finished the other Catrice setting spray and that I really wanted to try this one out. And it's been out of stock a lot, but I was finally able to find it and grab it. So let's try her out. I definitely see some dewiness added already, and I like that the mist is just as fine as the other one by Catrice. So I can see why people like this. I'll spray on a lot more when I'm done with all of my makeup and give a final opinion about that. I'm going to move on to highlight because I am so excited, guys. I wanted to try this so much when it first came out, and then it sold out, and finally they brought it back, and I'm finally gonna try the Anastacia and Amreezy highlight collaboration. She is so pretty. I can't even look at these waves. It's gorgeous. I've heard people rave about this all year and I've been dying to get my hands on it. I'm so excited. So I am going to use, actually I bought a brush from Colourpop and part of my haul from them. This is an F5, it's just a small little brush, and I'm gonna use that to put my highlight on today. So let me dip in and let's see what everyone's been raving about. Oh honey, yes. She is shiny, she is pretty. Oh wow, that is a very flattering golden shade. It's gold, but it's not too yellow. It's not too light. That is beautiful. All right, I see what all the fuss is about, y'all. I'm seeing it. If you can get your hands on this sucker, you should do it. Oh wow. Oh yeah. No, I'm in love. This is amazing. That is gorgeous. Like, maybe the new favorite highlight ever. This is incredible and beautiful, and I cannot wait to keep putting it on every freaking day. I also mentioned to you guys in my empties video that I was looking for a new brow gel to try out. So I bought the one from Colourpop. This is their Brow Boss gel, and it's in dark brown. Let's try her on and see if she can keep these brows in place. Oh, it's a little thick. A little thicker than I was expecting. That's okay. I'm kind of liking the thickness of this. It's kind of beefing up the brow hairs. making my brows look a little more full, a little more fluffy. All right, I like it so far. I will have to give you guys an update some other time about how well this actually holds everything up and how long it's lasting on my face. But first impression, I'm a fan. Moving on to the eyes, another product I'm so stoked about. I was able to get my hands on the Desi and Katy collaboration with Dose of Colors, and this is their Friendcation palette. She is so pretty. Oh my goodness, please look at these shades. Gorgeous. I've been really excited to play with this. They are two YouTubers that I have been following for years now, some of the first people that I loved, and I cannot wait to try this on. I think I'm just gonna speed through this part for you guys, so I will point out the shades that I'm using, and then once I have the makeup on, I will let you guys know how I felt about the palette. Alright guys, this is the finished eye look. I did take some of the Amreezy highlight off camera and put that in the inner corner of the eye, but other than that, everything is from this Desi and Katy Friendcation palette, and I love this, guys, so much. I just went in with these brown shades here, this lighter brown, this warm brown over here. So those are the shades Necessary and Churro. And I blended those in the crease. Then I took this mauve pinky color, kind of dusty rose called Girl Bye, and I put that in the outer corner. I ran that along the lash line, and then this color was such a standout, the shimmery color Try Me, this shimmery pink. Oh my god, I put that on my finger, I rubbed that along the lid, and it had the best payoff. It was absolutely gorgeous. No setting spray necessary, just put it on with my finger and it turned out great. So I am so excited by this palette. I cannot wait to use more of those shimmers because the shimmer in here blew my mind. The mattes were great too, but I'm so excited by that shimmer. So I don't have a new mascara to try on for you guys. I'm gonna go put one on off camera real quick. We'll move on to lips and we'll finish up this look. Alright, so I have my mascara on, my eye look is done, and the very last thing I want to do is put on my lip. I went ahead and lined my lips off camera with a lip liner because it's not new. It's by Bodyography, it's called Heatherwood, and it's my favorite lip liner right now. That's my closest to my actual lip color, so it's great for a natural look. But I'm really excited because the lip I'm going to put on today is the new Fenty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fussy, and it's kind of a pinkier tone. I absolutely love the original Gloss Bomb and Fenty Glow, so I'm really stoked to try this guy and see how she looks on. Let's see. It has that exact same feel as the original Fenty Gloss Bomb. It's just the best gloss because it's so smooth on your lips when you rub your lips together, but it's not sticky. I'm not like, and like can't pull my lips apart without nasty strings in between. It's so soft and so shiny, and I really like this shade. It would be great for any kind of pinkier toned look. So I absolutely love this find. Go out and grab ya a new little Fussy Gloss Bomb. And very last, I'm gonna go ahead and set my face one more time with this Catrice Prime and Fine Dewy Fixing Spray. And this is today's finished look. I'm just gonna run through these products quickly and let you know my final thoughts on everything new that I tried out today, starting with the foundation. This is the Born This Way, like I said. Oh, guys, I'm not super impressed on a first impression, but I do want to play with this more. I'll try it with different primers, products that I'm more used to, but as of right now, I feel like it is emphasizing the texture on my skin a little bit, and so I'm gonna want to play around with that a little bit more, but for right now, it's not my very favorite product that I tried out today, and I'm kind of surprised. Now, this concealer by Colourpop, I loved. It's definitely one of my favorite things I put on today. It went on really smoothly and it was able to blend out really easily, but then it dried down really, really well. I feel like this is one that I could not set if I didn't want to wear powder, and it would stick around for a while. So I'm absolutely a fan of this concealer, and I think I'm going to be using it a lot more. The Nudestix Nudies All Over Face Stick. This cream bronzer in the shade Bondi Bay I really like, and I'm very excited to try it for a very natural look on days that I'm not wearing a lot of makeup, and I do like the way it layered with my powder today. I think it's a good shade, and I definitely am looking forward to playing around with this more. I think this was a really good purchase. The blush I was surprised by. I felt like maybe it was going to be a little too corally, but I think it actually went on really nice and gave me a really good flush to my skin. It was surprisingly easy to work with. I'm curious about how long it will last. I'll let you guys know about that some other time, but so far I think I really enjoy this blush. The brow gel was a brow gel. It went on, and I'll have to wait and see how long it holds up, but I think I liked it. And the palette, like you guys know, I love especially the shimmers, so you might be seeing me wearing some more shimmery looks from this palette in the very near future, hoping so. The setting spray I really like so far. It gives me a very similar finish to the other one I liked by Catrice, but it's a little more dewy, which is something I've been really enjoying lately. I like for my skin to look a little less matte lately and a little more lifelike and shiny and healthy, and I feel like that really did it for me, so I'm definitely going to keep using that setting spray. And the star of the show for me, my favorite new thing that I tried on today, was definitely this highlighter, Amreezy and Anastacia. You guys killed it. I see why everyone was saying this is the best highlight of the year. Just looking at myself in the viewfinder right now, I just feel so shiny, so beautiful. It went on very smoothly. I loved this stuff. Number one, if you had to buy anything out of this video that I showed you guys today, go pick this up if it's still in stock. I hope so. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching me go through some first impressions of products that I've never put on before, and I hope you liked the makeup look that I came up with. If you did, give me a thumbs up, guys. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys want to see in 2019. I'm really excited for a new year and a bunch of new videos. And let me know if you guys do want to see a video about the basics of putting on your base makeup, your foundation, your concealers, and your powders. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, join my family, and come see me here every week. And I will see you guys in my next video. Hopefully I'll be a little less nasally then. Bye! I wonder if I'm gonna be able to do like a cut at the end of just all the times that I cough and throw it all together. That's gonna be really cute. Oh, there's a hair. Hair on my face. Okay, let me twist her up. She comes in a stick just like this, and she is not twisting at all. Come on, baby. I was twisting it wrong. You have to twist it up here, not down here. Okay, I got it. We got it. We got some bronzer. All right. I'm trying to close my bronzer, and I literally took this top, and I thought that this was the top to this. What is this the top to? What does this even belong to? I'm a disaster. Oh, that's the foundation. I give up. I give up on myself. And then I'm gonna take, oh, I missed. I am gonna top off my cream bronzer with just a little bit of powder. I am gonna top off my cream powder.